like I just had this memory of like again being, you know, that little kid and like the teacher coming over and be like, oh no, you hold your pencil like this, and I like could not figure it out. And just being sent to like occupational therapy, and then them realizing like, oh, and you also like don't know how to tie your shoes, and like also you have trouble with buttons, so like a lot of things that I'm
Always,
remembering, I'm like,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
that
like
makes
these
sense
such
now.
specific memories, and it's so crazy just to remember so well being that kid. And I was always, dramatic. So like, I made it like the, this big like, what is wrong with me? Why is this so?
Yeah.
You know, I was so melodramatic about it. I was, what is, and again,
Yeah.
didn't even connect the pieces of the struggle with, I couldn't tie my shoes, couldn't ride a bike. It's all the same kind of cause. And it's interesting
Yeah.
how so many people can have these same experiences and just feel so alone about it. Because I felt that way. I felt like I was the only person in the world who was like this, and it was very isolating for me.
Exactly, exactly. Like yeah, I really get, I don't even know if there's a better word, like defective. Like there's just something wrong with me and that's just how it
Broken.
is. And I had some dramatic tendencies also, so it just kind of was like, oh, she's dramatic, don't pay any mind to her. She's just exaggerating. Um, so that yeah, I mean, because I mean if you think about it, I mean, not to be too hard on like our parents or our teachers or whatever, because I mean if they've never heard of this, and I mean, yeah, like, and I'm dramatic, you're dramatic, what are they supposed to think?
Right. And that's really, I mean, it's like it's so easy to criticize like the older generation for the way they handled like, learning difficulties or mental illness and stuff like that, because it was a different time and there was only so much that the public conscious was aware of. And
Right.
it's like nowadays we know so much more about ADHD and autism and dyslexia and stuff, and there's all these resources and programs. And you can't, obviously you can't blame people for just being ignorant. My life would have been much easier and much different had I heard about dyspraxia, sooner than I did. And I probably would have been spared a lot of personal anguish and heartache. But
Hmm.
in a way, though, for me, like it's almost like a blessing in disguise because now I get to share my experiences with, on this podcast, and I'm writing a book about my experiences as well. And it's allowed me to kind of tell my story so that maybe in the future, people don't have to go through what I went through, what we went through. And, just that's why I do what I do, so that people can talk about it. And maybe somebody, will come across this and listen to it and think, oh, I have these issues, and or my child has these issues. And maybe, you know, maybe things can get better, because I do firmly believe that people want to help. Obviously, if my parents knew
Hmm.
about what was the cause of my problem, um, then I'm sure they would have, acted accordingly. It's just
Right.
to do about it, you know.
Yeah, I think any exposure where people can hear the term dyspraxia, I think that's really helpful because honestly, it's kind of wild how I found out what dyspraxia was. Okay, I was in like I think it was like Instagram Reels, and I was watching a video of someone like of this girl braiding her hair, and I always was like, oh, I really think that's really pretty, but I've never been able to braid my hair. My fingers just they don't work that way. And
Right.
so I've kind of like, and that was something for so long where I was like, oh, I'm just like defective. I'm just, you know, stupid because I can't do that, which most other girls can do. And someone in the comments was she commented, she's like, actually, it's really not that easy for everyone. And people were responding, like, what do you mean it's not easy? And she was just like, well, I have dyspraxia. So it makes this hard. And I remember reading that and being like, you have what? What is that? That makes braiding hard? And like it sparked a curiosity in me. And I was like, well, braiding's hard for me too. What is this? And I Googled it and I was like, what? 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 And it just like opened up like this whole world. And
You went down the rabbit hole.
yeah, but from a comment. So I mean, I'm just imagining like how many people are probably out there and are thinking like that there's just something wrong with them or like that they're defective or that they just like, oh, I can't do like everyone else can do that. And they just don't realize that there's like an actual reason and like
Well,
there's a whole community of us out there.
therein lies the tragedy of it. Is sorry, I hope you didn't hear me burp just now. Um, as I was talking about the great tragedy of dyspraxia, is because ultimately we can go through life and excel. Someone with dyspraxia, they're not defective. Even though we feel that way, there's a lot of things that we are able to do. It's just, and if more people understood it and there was more awareness for it, then we could kind of make it's like, now we can make things a little bit easier for people with dyslexia and other kinds of learning difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
The more people learn about it, but the first step is for people to learn about it for themselves, as in people who have these issues, but they don't know what dyspraxia is. They haven't heard of what dyspraxia is.